Hello everyone! Today we are doing a declutter. Casey is wondering what is going on. Why is there all this stuff laid out on the bed? So we are going to start with the palettes. I'm going to see how long it takes to get through these and then see if we're going to continue with any of the other makeup today, but we're definitely going to at least start with the palettes today. Most of them are eye palettes. I do have a couple face palettes over there. And we're going to go ahead and get started. If you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe, stick around. I do 2 videos a week, beauty, comics, film, all sorts of stuff. So I'd love to have you stick around, and we're going to go ahead and get started today. So, oh boy. All right, she's very interested. So I'm going to start with the top left over here. She's like, what are you doing, Mom? So this is the Just Peachy Mattes palette. I have loved this palette. I got a good dent in there. However, it is a little on the older side, and I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this palette. Pass it along to somebody who might need it. I think I can still donate it, so I'm going to wipe them down, clean them up, disinfect them in the COVID era, and go ahead and pass this along to somebody. So that's going to be my declutter pile. Venus 3, absolutely love this palette. Very well loved, and I will be hanging on to this. I will be using it more in the springtime for sure. But I use this quite often, so this I will be keeping. So I'll put the keep over there. Urban Decay Born to Run. I used this recently. I mean, by recently I mean around Halloween, but you know, it's a good palette, but it's not my vibe. So I thought I would really love it and use it a lot, but I don't use it as much as I should, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this as well. Okay, so that's 2. This was a purchase last year now, since we're in 2021, of the, sorry for the shadow, it's me standing here, BH Cosmetics Cotton Candy Sweet Shop palette. I talked about this a little bit. I had a video on it. The audio is atrocious, so it's having audio issues, but I'm going to hang on to this for at least a little bit longer and see if I can get some more use out of it this year. This is the Too Faced Pretty Rich palette. It was a gift, so I'll be hanging on to it and try to use it more. It's pretty cool toned, which I don't have a lot of cool tone palettes. I'm not a fan of the glitters, I can tell you right off the bat. I don't like these glitters, and the packaging is extremely bulky, which I wish Too Faced did not go for that, but I will be keeping this. Take Me Back to Brazil palettes. So this is the thing with BH Cosmetics, and it's pretty old. You see the iPad pan on the yellow. These shadows expire, so they're just, it doesn't work as well as it used to. I mean, it's 24 months. I've definitely had it more than 2 years, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. This is going to be like, I'm going to toss this, so I'll put that over there. Too Faced, what is this called? Razzle Dazzle. It's from the Tutti Frutti collection, which I really liked. That got discontinued, but I loved it. They have some of these palettes at TJ Maxx if you're interested. Absolutely love this. It has a delightfully raspberry candy smell. And it's similar to all the palettes I'm keeping. I mean, at least the Venus palette, but I love this shade right here. It's like more of a cream, but I will be hanging on to this, and I looked at it and I was like, I forgot I owned this, so we'll be keeping that. Water break. Another keep, and similar to the palettes I'm keeping, the Maybelline Soda Pop palette. Absolutely love this. You see I have hit pan here. I'm going to try to hit pan on this, and then, you know, whenever the palette is mostly used or can't be used anymore, let me get rid of this. I wore this shade on New Year's, by the way, on my lid. Elf Retro Paradise palette. Came out last year. I can't even open it. Oh, I have a couple more palettes I'm going to have to grab, actually, because I have mini palettes hidden away somewhere. So, yeah, I love this. I think this is probably one of the more unique palettes I have, and Elf came out with something a little more unique, which is great. I've gotten some use out of the red there, and I'm definitely going to hang on to this to keep using it, because I love this. This is another new palette to me. I got it for my birthday. It's this Juvia's Place palette. It came in a little kit. I thought it was like in a purples kit, but not, again, I don't like glitter, so not a fan of this down here, but, you know, I'll use the rest of them. Am I decluttering, or am I just mostly keeping this? Because I'm definitely mostly keeping stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna declutter, and then I'm barely getting rid of stuff. So this is the Revolution, the Emily Edit palette. I like this. I think I'm going to declutter it because I don't use it as much as I should. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it actually, but I really do adore this palette. I was trying to use it more during the fall because I think there's some great fall colors in here, but this is a really good palette overall. This is Makeup Revolution. It's with Emily Noel. I adore her, but I'm going to go ahead and declutter that so somebody else can use that. The Norvina Volume 1 palette. I love this palette. I will be hanging on to this. I've talked about it. It was my favorite palette purchase of last year in my Best of Makeup 2020. Love this. Love it! So, we'll be keeping. This one we'll be keeping. Probably will be done by the end of the year. Hit pan on 2 of the shades, but it's what is called Basic, and it's been discontinued, but Profusion has really good eyeshadows, so love, love. The ColourPop, the Child palette, love it. Obviously not getting rid of it. I use it at least once a week now. Really impressed with this. I was very mad with the last ColourPop palette I had, but I love this one and I will be holding on to it. This one is, again, it's expired. I wanted to try to use the most out of it. The shade Luscious was like my favorite shadow, and that was fine, but the rest of them are like completely like they don't work anymore, so that is going in the garbage. The Violet Voss Flamingo palette, again, love this palette, but I think I'm gonna declutter it because I don't use it quite as much as I should, so but love this, and I'm gonna have like no rainbow palettes at this point, but I it has a light blue, which is the only thing I would want to keep it for, but let me just go ahead and get rid of it, I think. So it's the only thing I have that has blue in it. That's the only problem. Yeah, I don't wear it that often, so I'll get rid of it. Alright, another palette purchase from last year, which I like and I should use more. It's the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette. Do love this. Again, this one was kind of back and forth with me because I was debating getting rid of it, but I actually want to keep it and use it a little bit more. I love this red here. I think this purple is terrible, at least in mine, and I don't really use either of the purples in this, but I tend to use the other ones, so hold on to that. And then let me grab my mini palettes. 3 more here for eyes. This one I'm going to go ahead and get rid of. Again, it's on the older side, so I'm just going to toss it. It's a good little palette. This one I'm also going to declutter. I don't need to open it, you can see it. It was the Bite Size Eyeshadow palette in Cream and Sugar, but I don't use it that much, and I can pass it along and donate it, and somebody will get a lot of use out of that. And then I will be keeping the Too Faced Hot Buttered Rum palette, which I really love. It's kind of similar. It has the shades that I need that like the e.l.f. Bite Size Eyeshadow palette has, so don't really need that. And then we're going to go ahead and do my face palettes, which I'm just going to give you a sneak preview that I'm going to keep every single one of them. So the Glow Kit, which I just want to keep hitting pan on. I mean, I've had this forever, but it still shows up and it still works, so I will be keeping that. Too Faced Natural Face Palette. So, other than the gash through it, I love this. It looks like I haven't even really used it that much, but I do love it, and it has a nice scent. This one came shattered, so, but I do adore it. I kind of use this the first 2. I don't really use the bottom, but I would have used this if it had existed. So, let's see. I mean, getting rid of 3, 4, 5 palettes to donate, and 3 palettes to kind of trash because they're in bad shape. So 8 palettes, I mean, it's not the best, but it's better than nothing. And then eye-wise, I'm keeping... Eye-wise, this is what I'm keeping, so I guess it's not too bad. I have 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, which seems like a lot, but for me, I'd say it's pretty good. And then I'm keeping my face palettes. I only have 3 left, so it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put these back, and then see, I'll film the rest of my makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.